Mexico is one of the countries with most biodiversity in the world. This country contains much a natural resource because it has all the known climates in its territory. But also, these ecosystems are vulnerable due to few protection laws of flora and fauna. The city where we live, Puebla City, is not exempt from this situation. Our city is the capital of my state. The temperate forest was the most abundant biome in the city. Unfortunately, human activity wiped out most of the forests. Currently, environmental problems have been increasing. But what are the main environmental problems in the city? Well, I am going to show them in a moment. The main problems are water pollution, increasing of CO2 emissions, and tree felling. The first one is water pollution. Puebla was founded between rivers coming from Malinche Mountains. The most important were San Francisco, Atoyac, and Alseseca rivers. Today, the last river mentioned is used as a dump for toxic waste from factories near the river. Improvement plan. In my opinion, if we want to rescue the Alseseca River, we need rallies, action in community, carry out a neighbor meeting, and go together to clean up the river. Number 2. Increasing of CO2 emissions. The place where I live is an urban zone. The use of many cars and bus as transportations means a constant use of fossil fuel per day. The result of this activity is the increasing of CO2 emissions. It causes many problems like air pollution, respiratory problems, and visual contaminations. Improvement plan. The use of bicycle is a sustainable alternative. You don't need the use of any fuel. It is a light transport and very fun, and so you can exercise through the way. Tree falling. The city is surrounded by many hills and mountains, which means that previously there were many wooded areas. Unfortunately, many of those areas disappeared to make house. Nowadays, improvement plan. We need to make actions right now. A good idea to carry out reforestation campaigns within our community. Plant native trees in the regions and constantly monitor the growth. Plastic bricks. A good plan could be the recycling of all types of plastic. Plastic contains many properties and advantages, such as its toughness and resistance. In addition, plastic is a very economical element, so it can be useful for the construction of walls and houses. The process is not easy because we must avoid combustion in the casting process. We need to use a system to melt the plastic. After that, we must pour into brick molds and let it cool down. The brick should contain an opening so that they can be staked and thus avoid the use of concrete. Now we can build walls and little house for abandoned dogs. Another tips to improve our ecosystem are the use of biodegradable garbage bags. Turn on the lights that we don't use while we aren't in-house. You can recycle objects like plastic bottles or glass and paper. You should buy or sell second-hand clothes. Remember, You can help our ecosystem with little actions.